fam, my name is Tiffie Starchild for Black Nerd Problems, and I'm here to talk about Black Fae Day. But first, if you're not already, please make sure that you are following Black Nerd Problems across all social media platforms, but especially wherever you are watching this video. So first and foremost, Black Fae Day. Yes, Black Fae Day, Black Fairy Day. It's Black people and people of color dressed up like fairies and other fantasy creatures. There was one day to celebrate on May 8th, but it was so popular that has grown into a full month-long celebration, Black Fae May. If that seems kind of familiar, it might be from the article on blacknerdproblems.com by our girl Una, in which she interviewed the creators of Black Fae Day, Jupiter Jazz, and Aiysha Sinclair of Brown Sugar Fairies. But you also might have just heard of Black Fae Day because the event itself was massively popular. My feed was all melanin and magic and fantasy and brown elf ears, and that is a big deal. Like with most genres, fantasy and sci-fi have a severe problem with positive Black representation. Notice I said positive because they'll make one of us an antagonist real quick. And Black, as in melanated, as in one of the many gorgeous shades of brown that exist in people of the African diaspora, not motherfucking green or purple or blue. Can I see someone that looks like me, please? Can they stay looking like that for the whole series? Because don't get me started on the treatment of Black people in these fantasy series. Missandei deserved better. And that really isn't to say that Black people can't play all of those different fantasy roles, because we can. We can play the hell out of anything. But it's an issue when we're stereotyped or tokenized into these roles. When you don't get to see Black and brown people or creatures in these fantasy settings be good or be dope or be the main character and have a quest and go on adventures and find treasure, rescue the princess, drown a sailor, I don't know. Because how many Black princesses did you grow up with? What about Black fairies? Okay, how about mermaids? Black vampires, other than Blade, our one. You see why we need folks like Jupiter and Aiysha, people that create spaces like Black Fae Day? And real quick, I do want to give it up to the creatives that are constantly doing this type of work and making original stories and original Black characters without the help of big budgets or mainstream anything. Black Fae Day saw Black folks and people from all walks of life getting into their creativity bag. I live in a creative world, so not to brag on my circle or anything, but you know, I expected greatness. And they delivered. But even better were the folks that don't normally create this way, the ones that don't play dress up and they don't cosplay, and the connection that they have to this beautiful fantasy world is typically just like a secret that's buried in their heart and protected. And that can really be for any reason, but let's not pretend that there's not a stigma attached to Black people that are into sci-fi and fantasy and nerdy subculture. But that's another video. Look after look after look, fam. Backstories, video, makeup, original characters, all kinds of fantasy creatures. There were events, in-person meets, there were picnics. I didn't get to go on a Black Fairy picnic. It's fine. Black Fae Day, or Black Fae Month, is, in my opinion, ultimately about expressing yourself in a fantasy setting with an entire community there to hype and support you. But we are well into June, so why am I talking about this now? Okay, so first of all, time doesn't exist, so don't tell me what to do. But Article B, it's not over. Black Fae Day was so dope that the creators have announced the Sankofa Soulstice, which will be taking place on September 25th of this year. I should specify. Y'all, I am so excited because this is basically like a processional of fairy courts. Think like Pose with wings. Y'all finna stunt as a squad, and Kid Tiffie is so excited like that this exists and we get to do this with our adult time and our adult money. So I'ma be there. The best place to go for information is over to the Black Fae Day Instagram, but basically you create your character, your fairy, elf, mermaid, vampire, werewolf, whatever fantasy creature you want, and then you join a house. There will be official houses of the Sankofa Soulstice for you to join, or you can just join a house that's not officially a part of it, or make up your own house. Anything you want. Each house sets their own theme as well as how they operate. So you might have a house that has hella in-person events, like those magical picnics I'm hearing about. Or you might have a house that's completely virtual. I'm excited, so. As I mentioned before, just head over to the Black Fae Day Instagram for more information. That'll also lead you to the houses that you can apply to be a part of, including my own. And I would love to have you a part of my house. We probably have the best snacks. So yeah, I just wanted to get up here and talk to y'all about the amazingness of Black Fae Day and how dope it is to have loved fairies my entire life and now to connect to a community of black nerds that also love fairies. So if that's you, if I'm talking to you, please come join us because we out here. My name is Tiffie Starchild once again for Black Nerd Problems. Please make sure you're following Black Nerd Problems across all social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. You can also follow me. Thank you so much, fam. I'll see you next time.